Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds just got publicly humiliated in a way no one saw coming. Once Hollywood's golden couple, they're now being dragged as master manipulators who fooled everyone. Fans, brands, even their closest A-list friends. And when your own celebrity circle starts backing away, that's when you know it's game over. For years, they had us hooked. Blake playing the relatable girl next door who just loves to bake, and Ryan with his sarcastic, self-aware comedian act. They sold us the perfect love story. But behind that carefully curated PR image, just another problematic duo who thought they were untouchable. So, what was their biggest mistake? Thinking they could keep the act going forever. But now, the illusion is shattered. Scandals are exploding. The internet is having a field day. Memes are ruthless. Their entire brand is getting picked apart. Blake's belief that she is morally superior to others' feminist persona is fully exposed. Every awkward SNL moment, every hypocritical quote, every cringeworthy interview, it's all coming back to haunt them. And let me tell you, there's no escaping this one. Hollywood is done with them. Studios don't want their names attached to projects, brands are cutting ties, and even their closest A-list friends are scrambling to distance themselves. And the fans? Jumping ship faster than ever? The worst part? The internet never forgets. And now every cringeworthy moment, shady move, and behind-the-scenes drama is coming back to haunt them. Let's talk about the absolute train wreck that is It Ends With Us, set to drop in August 2024. On paper, this film should have been a massive box office hit, projected to make a staggering $351 million worldwide on a mere $25 million budget. But instead of being remembered as a career-defining success, it's forever tied to one of Hollywood's messiest legal battles. And at the center of it all? Blake Lively. This all started when Blake launched a full-scale attack on the film's director, Justin Belden, accusing him of creating a toxic work environment. She claimed he made unwanted advances, inappropriate comments, and emotionally manipulated her on set. If you listened to her side of the story, you'd think she survived one of the worst on-set experiences ever. She even said she had receipts to back it all up. But here's where things got messy. For weeks, Blake painted herself as the ultimate victim, crafting the narrative that she was bravely speaking out against a powerful man in Hollywood. But then, the truth started to unravel. Industry insiders and crew members started coming forward, contradicting Blake's version of events. Whispers of power plays and manipulation started spreading, with some sources claiming that Blake only made these accusations after realizing she wasn't as powerful as she thought. Hollywood quickly turned against her. Studios don't want the drama. Brands don't want the backlash. And actors? They're embarrassed to be associated with her. The internet? Brutal memes are tearing apart, resurfacing every hypocritical quote and awkward interview she's ever given. And what about Ryan? He's not getting off easy either. His carefully crafted self-aware comedian act? Falling apart. As more people start reevaluating his past interviews and jokes, his quirky persona is starting to look more calculated than charming. From their picture-perfect marriage to their PR-heavy social media presence, people are seeing through the illusion they spent years building. And now? The Hollywood power couple who once seemed untouchable is on the verge of complete cancellation. Beyond suspicious. Right before the holiday season in December 2024, Blake rushed to the California Civil Rights Department to file her complaint, perfectly timed for maximum media buzz. But she didn't expect Justin Baldoni to fight back. And he didn't just defend himself. He went nuclear. Baldoni slapped Blake, Ryan, and their entire PR machine with a $400 million lawsuit, accusing them of defamation, extortion, and straight-up seizing his movie. Imagine being so obsessed with control that you end up in a multi-million-dollar legal disaster. All because someone refused to let you run the show. But if you think that was bad, just wait. Because somehow these two managed to make things even worse. Instead of laying low while his wife was drowning in legal chaos, Ryan Reynolds did the unthinkable. He cracked a joke about the lawsuit on live television. And not just any show. He did it during the 50th anniversary of Saturday Night Live in February 2025, while millions were watching. Talk about not reading the room. The reaction? Immediate and brutal. Hollywood wasted zero time tearing him apart. Within days, studios are distancing themselves, brands are dropping deals, and even their industry friends are staying silent, which says a lot. And Blake? Instead of taking any responsibility, she did what she does best, called the backlash sexist and demeaning. Oh sure, Blake, it's always sexist when the media holds you accountable, but totally fine when you and your PR team twist the narrative to make Baldoni look like the villain. Hollywood isn't buying it. The internet? Even worse. Her entire strong feminist icon persona? In shambles. The memes? Merciless. Every hypocritical moment from past interviews? Resurfacing. If you thought the backlash was bad before, social media took it to a whole new level. Twitter, Reddit, Instagram. Every platform turned into an absolute bloodbath. The dragging? Relentless. The internet wasn't just mad, it was unstoppable. Hashtags like #cancel Lively Reynolds started trending worldwide, and people had zero sympathy for their woe is me routine. Fans who once worshipped them? Nowhere to be found. Even Hollywood insiders had some choice words about this train wreck. Some sources are even whispering that this could have permanent consequences for their careers. And let's be real, this is Hollywood. People get blacklisted faster than you can say bad PR move. Ryan Reynolds, once the king of self-aware humor, is suddenly not so funny when the spotlight turns on him. His entire relatable cool guy persona? Crumbling. Studios that once lined up to work with him? Backing away. And Blake Lively? The once glamorous Hollywood darling who spent years curating an image of poise and perfection? Now being exposed for manipulation and behind-the-scenes chaos. Hollywood is turning its back. Brands are cutting them loose. The internet is ripping them apart. Hollywood's so-called golden couple has been unmasked, and their careers are spiraling fast. Projects canceled, studios backing away, endorsement deals vanishing at lightning speed. Big brands don't want the baggage, and even their most devoted fans are losing faith. For the first time, their charm isn't enough to clean up the mess. Ryan's standing in Hollywood is taking major hits. Directors and co-stars? Refusing to work with him? The biggest red flag? Deadpool director Tim Miller walked away from the franchise, the very series that made Ryan a superstar. And if that wasn't bad enough, TJ Miller openly said he'd never share the screen with Ryan again, no matter the paycheck. When the very people who helped build your career want nothing to do with you, the problem is crystal clear. And Blake? Her carefully constructed Golden Girl image is shattered. The woman who spent years selling herself as the perfect wife, mother, and industry powerhouse is now being exposed for what many claim is controlling and self-serving behavior. The second thing didn't go her way? The entire illusion fell apart. And now, Blake is suddenly painting herself as the most oppressed woman in Hollywood. But the narrative? Not sticking. For years, Blake and Ryan relied on PR-crafted personas to dodge accountability. They assumed their charm would keep them afloat no matter how messy things got. But now, the public is over it. The lawsuits, the media frenzy, the desperate attempts at damage control. It's all snowballing. At this point, there's no clean escape. Their entire brand was built on being Hollywood's most lovable couple. Blake, the Pinterest-perfect mom with her wholesome baking aesthetic, and Ryan, the sarcastic, self-aware husband cracking jokes at every turn. But now, no one's laughing.